Yo, what's up? This is another hotbeatforless.com behind the beat. Not really a tutorial, it's just a quick view on a track that's available. This track is called Hit in a Making. I'm breaking down now the actual drum part, which is basically live sound, which I got from Battery. This is a marching band type of sound. I had also a drum loop. I have millions of drum loops, it seems, nowadays. Anyway, this one actually fit just a little bit. And then the main drum is actually my program drums from Maschine. Obviously, if you add all of that, plus I have a little hats, to give that bounce. So, technically from this point on, this is already a full beat. I can see artists just taking this part and basically just going crazy with it. So everything is separated and obviously mixed for it to mix, for it to actually work. A lot of different sounds, so you have to make sure that you mix it accordingly. Because I wanted to keep the bounce and the power, but wanted it to sound commercial ready, ready for a hit. So all the parts are, obviously you can see I'm using Cubase 5.5, and all the individual parts are, if necessary, EQ'd. I'm summing all the tracks into a bus using some UAD processors, what I'm saying, professional stuff right there. And some EQ just to make everything sit together. Obviously each track has different pieces and can't show you all that will take all day, but anyway, so that's the drum group, which is the obviously in urban music the most important part. Now I'm going to break down the instruments. The main instrument, or the one that plays across the entire track, is this pad, which is a patch in FM8. Didn't really modify this one a lot. I normally do that a lot. I already take a patch and change it up, but EQ, compression to make sure everything sit right. It took a lot of the lows. I don't need it from this particular instrument. The next instrument, I just named it Booty, but I don't think that's the name of the patch. This came from Massive. I did tweak a little bit here. I always try to go and change buttons. Don't want the same sound that everybody else has. And again, some EQ and sending some a little delay, just to sit. All of these changes are done in the mix. So even though I'm now soloing the track, doesn't mean that's the way it was EQ. Everything is done in the mix. I'm just breaking it down to you. This is a patch from Nexus. It's a gate. I did change, I think, the timing from the gate, and EQ on the track. This is to add to the bounce and movement, and this is playing during the hook. And then from that on, the next thing I have is this effects. Basically, it leads into the hook and into the verse. And obviously that also is EQ'd and sent to some effects. Also what I have here is some chords. Breaking down chords. These are Alicia's keys. Not her keys, but actually the name of the instrument. This is on the pre-hook. Just to give that variation into the hook. Nice sounding patch, some EQ and effects. The next instrument I have there is the bass, real bass. Also another complete ultimate patch or instrument. Didn't really do much with this one. They didn't want it to sound as natural as possible. So again, like see, it's just a pre-bass from Scarby. Pretty good amp. So maybe tweak a couple of stuff here and there, and added some basic compression from one of the Cubase compression tools, just to keep the levels in the mix. everything is done in the mix. And then I took one of the patches from Kontakt, or one of the libraries I have. It's a fallen sub. You might not be able to hear this in YouTube, but again, it's just to introduce different sections of the song. So that's basically the song. If the whole idea of the song is the rapper or the singer to just make it a hit song with their vocals and melodies. So there's a lot of room for the vocal element. I'm not really gonna go through the entire mixing process, cause that would be too long of a video. But we are gonna show you the stereo bus, which is where all the sounds end up for the last type of processing. So on the stereo bus I have a compressor, not adding any volume, just make sure that we keep a tight sound, which you should already be hearing even through YouTube. So like I said, it's just a compressor, pretty good one too. And just touching it, I have some stereo enhancer. Most likely I would take this off doing the export, just want to hear how it sounds. And then I have precision limiter from UAD. This is actually gonna get me, it'll keep the peaks, control the peaks. If you notice too, there is a lot of headroom in this mix, sometimes even more than this. The reason for this is that now when I go into the mastering phase, there's room, and I can actually bump up the levels and keep the quality of the track, which is very important for tracks that are on hotbeatforless.com. The difference is going to be the sound, the different type of patches, and hopefully that when you select this track, the quality of the track will stand up with the quality of your work. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, a lot of work is done. Normally don't color the tracks and do all kind of fancy stuff. I'd rather concentrate on the mix and creating the beat. But anyway, I thought this would be a good track to show the process. So I'm gonna show you the sections. Normally I would like to color the different sections, but anyway, I'm playing now the hook. Just enough instruments for the hook. Again, the vocal element or the rapping, or it's gonna actually make this track stand out. The outro is very basic. I really like the way the pad sounds by itself. So it leads to nice outro there, and the intro is even better, I think, because you can feel the bounce immediately. And this leads to a lot of stuff. Anyway, so that's basically the feel. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you hit like, subscribe, and even better, check www.hotbeatforless for content, free beats, and to get your next quality production. You know what I'm saying? So until the next tutorial, peace.